Life may have dealt you some hard blows, but listen, this is not the end. Hi everyone, welcome to Motivations and Memoirs. I am Iberica and you are watching my YouTube debut. Okay, so this all started when COVID came to Jamaica, came in March, and then in April we had a lockdown, and as such we also had curfew, and because of that we were unable to go out to night services at church. And so I started an online Bible studies, and while doing it I heard in my spirit that I should take these teachings and put them out, that persons can hear them and prepare, because I started, after seeking the Lord, I started doing end time teachings. So we were looking on the book of Revelation, Daniel, and St. Matthew 22 to 25. Now in my heart I said yes, but the whole reality of actually doing this was nerve-wracking, and so I ran and I did everything, even though I said, okay Lord, send confirmations if this is what you want me to do. And confirmations came left, right and center, and with each confirmation I kept asking for more. It eventually led up to persons calling me after, because I've been sending out devotionals probably like 7 years or so now, daily devotions. I would sit down and write them, and then something happened. I did a devotion and it was too long, and I said nobody's going to read this, so I did a voice note rather. And then I was bombarded with persons saying, listen to me, you need to make this the new normal, and yada yada yada, and you need to, and you need to. And so the confirmations were coming from all over that I should. It started, of course, first with my husband, who said, you know, you are this type of person, and you can do this and you can do that. And I listened to all of them, but scant regards. Anyway, with the passing days into months, because this was like April, early May, coming down to August, I started to really feel a burden on me to, just get this off. All along I did not say anything to my husband, so I decided to fast about it. And so the very first day of fasting, I decided to unload. So I said to him, I have something that I need to share with you. This has been happening from when, yada yada yada, etc. So I opened my mouth and I started to say, the Lord has led me to, and that was all I remember. I heard myself saying things that I did not plan to say. So I'm hearing myself saying, oh, I'm going to start a YouTube channel, and I'm going to be using it to send out Bible studies on end time, and also want to have an area where persons will come and share their testimonies, persons who have had, rough life and all of that. And I'm hearing myself and I'm wondering, is who talking? Nevertheless, it unloaded, and then he jumped on it and he was saying, yes, you can do this and you can do that. And so we say, okay. I took up my phone and I sent a message to my girlfriend. Now this person, while I was thinking all of this, she came to mind, and I sent a text message. Immediately she jumped on, yes, you will need this and you will need that, and you will need to do this and you will need to do that. And I'm like, OMG, seriously? This is what this really is about? I'm going to have to do all of this? Because initially, why I was shocked as to what was coming out of my mouth, because initially I thought this was going to be a Facebook live thing. No, that's not me. And so I think that was really one of the reasons why I kept putting it off and kept running. So when the channel came out and the old formation, now I realized that this is something absolutely new and strange. So when I spoke with her and she started saying, okay, you need to this and that and that and that, and you're going to need a camera, etc. Now this person is an IT specialist, and she's also in media. So she knows exactly what I'm to get. And when she told me, and I came off the phone excited because I'm hearing her saying weekend this and weekend that. So I said, okay, cool. So we're partners. I took up my phone the following day and I called my sister in Florida. And I said, Kay, I'm going to do a YouTube channel. And I heard her on the line. You're going to be motivating and encouraging people, right? So I said, yes. She said, I know. So I told her that I need a camera and the specs and whatever that I need. And she said, okay, I'm going to go on Amazon and send the information. I sent the information I think I sent the information probably the day or 2 days after. The same day I sent the information, the camera was bought. And shipped to Jamaica within a week. So you would have seen the demo video that was done with my phone. I am currently recording also with my phone because even though the camera was shipped, it's still not in my hands. So I'm hoping and praying and believing that by the next upload next Tuesday, I will have the camera to use. Now, who is Iberica? You will hear a whole lot about me as time progresses and as the weeks go by. Nevertheless, I think the Lord would have me in this area because I'm somebody who is passionate. I love people and I'm passionate about working for God. Anywhere that I see fit, I'm always finding opportunities to do stuff for God. You know, I'm a mentor. I motivate and encourage a lot, and this is my passion, and I believe part of my purpose here on earth is to really go out there and help people to realize and to understand and to believe that, hey, life may have dealt you some hard blows, but listen, this is not the end. I have been experienced, and my personal mantra is that impossibility is a thing of the mind. I don't believe in no unless it's God says it. So if somebody says to me, Iberica, you know you can't, you just motivated me. Tell me that I can't do this and I can't do that, and you motivate me, because I'm going to prove to you, I'm going to prove to myself that this is possible, and this is the type of person that I am. As a result of that, I'm always finding myself in little areas, in little corners, spending hours talking to people on phone, you know, just trying to get them to understand that, listen, it doesn't have to be like that. How does somebody like me, the song that I love the most, speaks volumes about my life, and it was a song that I heard years ago, shortly after I got married, and I was about to fall off sleeping, and I heard this song, and I jumped up, and I have been with that song for 20 odd years, and this song has really motivated me. It's a song that says I've been through enough to know that He is enough for me. And this is the reason why I do what I do. This is the reason why I'm passionate about speaking to people, speaking into lives, giving people hope, because I have been through enough. Now, take it from somebody who at 3 years of age, I'm using expletives in church to other kids who are fooling around me. Somebody who grew up in church, and of course I got a spanking for that from the missionary who was the pastor's wife at the time. I got a spanking for that. And somebody who, move it from there, grew up in church. My grandfather was a treasurer, and he would, every time he uses money for the church and coins are left, he would save them, because he said he was going to save them to see how much he could accumulate to do whatever. And this little girl, well, at the time, every morning I go into school and I get good lunch money, because I grew with my grandparents and they were returning residents from England, so they were not poor. I got my lunch money, but I wanted extra. So I used to go in there and thief out the money. Yes, I used to go in there and steal out the money until, and I'm doing this every day until he found out. So now he had to replace the money with his own money. Somebody who, as I said, had life good. And then in a moment, suddenly, life changed for me. And I became a high school dropout, not because of pregnancy, but because of financial difficulties. Now, how did I get here? Just God. My own, how do I put this? I said to you that I do not believe in no. So my own self-motivation, because I tell myself that I want to do this, I want to do this. I'm all about independence, and as a result, I push myself beyond boundaries. I tell myself that if that door is closed in my face, I'm going to do everything that I can, humanly possible, lawful, and not breaking the laws of God, but I'm going to do everything to ensure that that door is open. You will hear more. There is a whole lot more. I have not started yet, but I invite you to take this journey with me. I also want to remind you to like and share and subscribe to the channel Motivations and Memoirs with Iberico, where we will see and hear a lot of exciting things that will really cause people to open their mouths, and will cause some of you to cry, because some of them are really moving and touching. I do look forward to see you next week. God bless.